What up? It's B-Side. Today I want to talk about how my sounds changed over the years, and I've been doing this a long time and it's definitely evolved. So, like the early era of me starting, I started back in high school in 98. And that's when I got together with some friends and we started messing around and doing all that stuff. So I we graduated, and then I was dubbed B-Side by my original producer of my original group, and then I decided I wanted to spell it like homicide with a C, like CIDE, because I kill people on the mic, and that's where that comes from. And the early days, it was all about that hardcore horrorcore type music, and that was the influence back then. It was definitely like Tech Nine, ICP, uh, Master P, C Murder, like the whole No Limit thing, and all that, and 3 6 Mafia, and the list just goes on of my influences. And I pretty much record anywhere. I had everything set up in my bedroom back then. We had this Radio Shack mic, I remember. Then I remember that, we just recorded wherever. I mean, wherever I would. I even made it so my closet had soundproofing in it, because it was just these mattress pads that I put up on the walls to deaden the echo and stuff. So, that's where all that comes from. And now, the Utica Grind Records era took over, when I decided to say, East Side Productions, we need to move on from that. We need to represent more of the city and, come from, where we come from and everything. And, I wanted to, I'm finding my voice more and stuff like that. And the sound kind of tightened up, and I was getting better on the beat, and the cadence was getting better and all that shit. So the records got cleaner, and I was making stuff like Free Agent, back then around that time. Well, no, Free Agent came out under East Side Productions, Utica Grind Records. That probably would be like the Essential Collection. Sometime after the Essential Collection came out, is when I switched over to Utica Grind Records. And the current era right now, the sound is definitely sharper and cleaner and more intentional. I'm working with better beats. I'm mixing better. I have way better gear than I ever had before. I'm getting more polished with storytelling and delivery. The voice, people tell me my voice has not changed over time, and I think that's a great thing. I think that's amazing that you don't think that my voice has changed, and you still think that I sound the same as I did on Upstate Madness, Welcome to Utica, you know? And so that's great. And the modern era, well, the current era is, is just coming up with, the new albums and shit. Like, I just came out with Somewhere in the Valley that's dropping on December 26th. And then I have Monster that's coming out in March 1st. And that's going to be my album that's going to be about multiple sclerosis, that's made for people with invisible illnesses, like PTSD, ADHD, anxiety, depression, just worrying about how bad life in itself is, and then, I just want everybody to just keep watching out, because with what's going on now with projects like Monster, I feel like I'm definitely unlocking a whole new level, I'm definitely way more focused, way more dialed in, and I know exactly what I want to create moving forward. So, yeah, this is what has been going on right now and how I've changed throughout the years. But if you've been here for my journey, much love. I love you. More music's coming soon. Stay strong, stay wicked. It's B-Side. I'm out.